Now that we have copied our file from local to EC2 instance, now we can start running our application. First, we need to go ahead and install Python. To do that, let's first do sudo yum update. Now to install Python, sudo yum install Python. Now this will install Python. I have already installed, so I am saying dependency resolved. After that, we need to install pip. Pip is a package manager. It will help us to install Kafka in our EC2 instance. Sudo yum install python 3 pip. This will install the pip. Now once my pip is installed, I can go ahead and install pip install all the required dependencies. First, let's install pandas. Once pandas is installed, let's install Kafka Python. Now our Kafka is also installed. The next dependency that we need to install is pip install Bodo 3. Now once our all dependencies are installed, we can go ahead and run our producer application. We have 3 producers, so one is tracks, artists and albums. We can start with tracks. To run our producer application, we can just do python producer.py. Now we can see that it has started writing to a topic named tracks. Now we can also start our consumer application. Go inside tracks. Now let's do python consumer.py. For starting a consumer application, I have started another instance connect so that I can demonstrate at the same time it is producing and at the same time it is consuming the application. Now we can see that data frame uploaded successfully. It has started consuming and writing to our S3 bucket. To see whether it has started writing to our S3 bucket or not, we can go to AWS console, go to S3, go to our buckets. The internet is slow. Go to our bucket, and inside bucket let's go to staging layer and let's go to our tracks. I can see that it has started writing .csv files, and we can see that it has already written 47 CSV files and still continuing to write. We can go here and we can see that it's consuming, and at the same time our producer application is also running. We can create a different EC2 instance for our different topics or different producer application, but since we are doing this project for demonstration purpose, we can create a many instance connect. But in a production grade application, you may need to create different EC2 instance for each topics, or maybe in your real-time scenario, your application itself will be writing into different topics. Here we are having 3 CSV file, we are reading from CSV file, but in real world application it will not be like that. It is just a replica. Now let's go to my EC2 instance. Let's go to EC2. Internet is bit slow, so it's taking time to load. Once we reach EC2, I can connect. Right now we can launch more instance connect. Right and we can run our other producer application. Like, let's go inside project. Right now I can do my albums, python producer.py. Same way I can run my other producer application, right? cd tracks is over, albums is over. Let's go to artist, python producer.py. Now my artist application is also started to produce. There is no art. Oh, ATISTS. I can rename it. Now let's start my producer application. Now I can see that all my producer have started producing data. Now I can also start my consumer application mode, like two more consumers. Like same way I can connect to my albums, cd albums, and I can do python consumer.py. Right now my consumer app also started for topic albums. Now we can see that it has started writing to our staging layer of albums. Same way I can go ahead and start my artist topic consumer.py. Now in some time it will also start consuming my data. Now we can see that our consumer have started working. So I can see that all my producer are producing the data, right? And my consumer application is writing a data, right? So when I go to my S3 bucket now, when I go to my S3 staging layer, I can see that all my data is populated here, right? My consumer app successfully returned data to my S3 buckets, that is staging layer. So this is how we can create a producer application and a consumer application and integrate them to read data from specific topic they want. Now we have brought our data to our staging layer. Now next step is our glue will run that will take a data from staging layer and write it into a data lake. So I know, like, as of now we are reading from CSV file, so these steps will not be running 24/7, but in a real world this step will be running 24/7 and a data will keep on coming in our staging layer. Now let's go ahead and create our glue ETL that takes data from staging layer and writes into a data lake.